Hello everyone, I'm Rachel, the UK Boss Mama. In my first video, I talk about what it was like growing up speaking 6 languages. English and Mandarin Chinese are the 2 most spoken languages in the world. They belong to completely different language systems. Did you know that Chinese is often considered one of the hardest languages to learn, especially for English-speaking people? One of the primary reasons learning Chinese is more challenging than learning English is because of the significant differences in vocabulary and syntax. While English has a relatively straightforward sentence structure, Chinese is a tonal language with a complicated grammatical system that can take years to master. A major advantage of being bilingual in both Chinese and English is the boost it provides to intellectual abilities. Research indicates that mastering both languages enhances cognitive control and essential skills such as problem solving, attention management, and task switching. Additionally, early exposure to multiple languages improve language skills, aids in speech sounds processing and language acquisition, and fosters greater cognitive flexibilities and creativities. Despite its perceived difficulty, if you know the 3 key tips about Mandarin Chinese, then you'll be absolutely fine, and you serve as a great start for your Mandarin Chinese learning journey. Let's explore why Chinese is not as scary as you think. Before we start, I would like to stress that more weight should be placed on speaking, listening, and reading. Writing can be considered the least important for now, especially if you are not learning the language for academic or professional use. First up, let's talk about pinyin. Think of it as the Chinese alphabet, just like phonics in English. Pinyin helps you to pronounce Chinese words easily. So one example here, imagine the English word cat. In phonics, we break it down as cat. Similarly, the Chinese word for cat is mao. Broken down in pinyin is mao. Okay, let's see another very common phrase when greeting. So let's say hello in Chinese is ni hao. Break it down as pinyin is yi ni hao. And one more word. So like book in Chinese is shu. In pinyin is just shu. And the last example is a simple sentence. I love you in Chinese is 我爱你我爱你我爱你 However, I would not say the pronunciation of pinyin is exactly like the sound that you learn from phonics. Just one example is the sound Q, kwa. In pinyin, Q is pronounced like the English chi sound, but with the tone position closer to the teeth and the lips more spread. So just to give you an example, in the pinyin, qi is the meaning of 7. However, in phonics, Q is typically followed by the yu, so it's like kwa. So you see queen, kwa, queen. So the pronunciation of some letters are not typically the same between pinyin and phonics. By using these examples, you can now see that while pinyin uses familiar letters, the sound they represent can be different significantly from their English phonetic counterparts. This understanding is crucial for mastering proper pronunciation in Chinese. Although there are differences in pronunciation for specific words, mastering the sound of pinyin can still greatly assist in learning the most commonly used words. You do not need to worry too much about it. You'll certainly get there. Next, let's dive into the tones. In Chinese, it is common for characters to share the same pronunciation but have different meanings. These are called homophones. The context and the specific character used in the writing help to differentiate the meanings. But as we said, we'll focus on speaking and listening rather than writing. So let's go straight to speaking the tones now. Chinese has 4 main tones, and each one can change the meaning of the word. If you can imagine, it's literally like the music in your ears. Well, let's do a practice of the tone. The word ba can mean different things with different tones. Say for example, the first tone, ba is flat, ba, and then the second tone is ba, from the bottom to the top, ba, and the third one is ba, and then the last one is ba, very straightforward, ba. Can you all repeat after me? Ba. And it's not like the English words, each Chinese character only has one sound. So you see, if there's only one sound, there will be 4 total different meanings. But at least you can just sign it out with pinyin and need not to recognize the Chinese character yet. So let's try another one. The word ma in different tones with different meanings again. So the word ma in a flat tone, the first tone means mummy, mother, ma. And the second tone, ma, it means noneless or to bother something. And the third tone, ma, means horse. And the fourth tone, ma, very straightforward. It means scolding. Okay, let's do it again. Can you all repeat after me? Ma, ma, ma. Ma. If you think it's a bit frustrating when you see the 4 tones, please do not worry too much, because even if you could not sound out the tones very correctly, people can still hear you by listening to the whole sentences and they know what you're talking about. It's just like French. It's not the end of the world if you keep getting confused about the masculine and feminine words la, lu, un, une. People can still understand you. Before we move on to the third tip about building the strong foundation in characters, let's do a fun fact activity. Do you know how many Chinese characters are there in total? Option A, 5,000. Option B, 50,000. Option 3, 500,000. Okay, the total number of Chinese characters is vast, with estimates ranging from 50,000 to 100,000 characters. Don't be scared. The number of characters in regular use is much smaller. For daily conversation, literacy, and most written materials, knowledge of around 3,000 to 4,000 characters is sufficient. Chinese characters may look complex, but they are like little pictures with stories. It's called a hieroglyphs, which means a picture or symbol that represents a word or a phrase. It was especially used in ancient Egypt. Okay, let's see this picture. What do you think it looks like? Do you think it looks like a tree? Let's try another group of characters with imaginative shapes. This is Ru, which is sun. It looks like a sun with a rays. There's also another combination of characters in Chinese. What does it mean? Say for example, the word woman, 女, is written like this, and the word child is written like this. But the word 好, which means good, is actually made up of woman and child. So it makes good 好. And you know, in traditional Chinese culture, having both daughter and a son in the family is normally regarded as good. So it's 好. Daughter and son, 好. And there's also some common words that you use every day like 水, water, 火, fire, 山, mountain. See, Chinese isn't so scary after all. With pinyin, tones, characters, and a touch of culture, you are on the way to master it. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more language tips. Comment below with what you'd like to learn next. See you next time, bye!